Archies and Lilibets has been signed off by a host of royal daughters. A child called Lily. They exist. Diana Mountbatten Windsor to the world. Lily was born on Friday, June 4th.
Many people know Prince Harry as someone who has spent years trying to protect his family from the media and public attention. But now, new reports claim that Lady Colin Campbell, also known as Lady C, has spoken about an investigation involving Archie and Lilibet. So what did Lady C say? And could this new controversy create even more problems for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as they continue to face tension with the royal family and the public? What do you think about this latest royal controversy? Do you think these claims are being blown out of proportion? Or do you believe there is more to the story than people know? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And for more updates on the royal family, don't forget to subscribe. Debate around Archie and Lilibet. For hundreds of years, the British royal family has been surrounded by scandals, betrayals, secrets, and public controversies. Every generation has faced events that shocked the public and sparked endless debates in newspapers, on television, and today across social media. But in recent years, few royal stories have caused as much mystery, confusion, and non-stop discussion as the growing questions surrounding Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. Today, members of the royal family are watched more closely than ever before. Every public appearance is photographed almost instantly, every statement is carefully examined online, and even the smallest royal event quickly becomes worldwide news. Yet despite all this attention, many people believe they still know very little about the Sussex children. Because they are rarely seen in public and only limited information has been shared about them, many people feel a sense of mystery remains. This has continued to fuel speculation across the internet and among royal commentators. According to several royal experts and online observers, questions about the royal rules connected to the children's births are becoming harder for Buckingham Palace to ignore. What first started as online gossip in comment sections and discussion forums has slowly grown into a much bigger debate involving royal traditions, constitutional rules, the line of succession, and even the future image of the monarchy. Questions that were once dismissed as simple rumors are now appearing more often in headlines, television programs, podcasts, and social media discussions. For the first time in years, concerns about openness within the royal family are once again attracting widespread attention. The issue is no longer limited to a small group of internet users sharing conspiracy theories. Instead, people in both Britain and the United States are discussing it, with many asking why so little official information has been released compared with previous royal births. The controversy grew even larger after online investigators and royal critics looked at claims of possible differences in Princess Lilibet of Sussex's birth records. According to various online claims, a geographic coding issue in official documents led to new theories suggesting that some parts of the public story might not fully match the paperwork. Some people believed the issue was simply an administrative or technical mistake. Others quickly linked it to long-running rumors about surrogacy. No verified evidence has ever been made public to support those rumors. Even so, the discussion spread quickly across social media, YouTube channels, royal blogs, and online forums. The debate became even more intense because of the importance of British royal succession laws. For centuries, the rules have relied on the constitutional phrase, "born of the body," a legal principle closely connected to royal legitimacy and a person's place in the line of succession. Because of this, what may have seemed like a small paperwork issue to some people soon turned into a much larger debate about legal rules, royal eligibility, constitutional tradition, and public openness. Royal watchers began comparing the Sussex children's birth announcements and procedures with the traditional methods used during earlier royal births, involving senior members of the royal family. For many royal observers, the speculation grew even stronger, because the usual royal birth traditions appeared to be different in the case of the Sussex children. In earlier generations, royal births were usually announced through carefully planned public statements, supported by official medical confirmations and long-standing palace procedures. These steps were designed to prevent uncertainty, and maintain public confidence in the royal line of succession. However, critics say that several of those long-standing traditions were changed, scaled back, or not followed at all when it came to Archie and Lilibet. So, how does the royal family normally announce the birth of a child? Is the news usually shared with the public? Let's find out. Royal birth announcement. For many years, the British royal family followed a tradition of announcing royal births by placing an official notice outside Buckingham Palace for the public to see. These notices usually included the signatures of the royal doctors who confirmed the birth. This custom began centuries ago to prevent confusion, false rumors, or disputes over who had the right to inherit the throne. However, when Prince Archie of Sussex was born, some critics noticed that the announcement reportedly did not include the usual doctors' signatures. Later, when Princess Lilibet of Sussex was born in California, the traditional royal birth announcement was not used at all. Supporters of the Sussex family said Prince Harry and Meghan Markle simply wanted more privacy and did not want to follow old royal customs. The discussion grew even larger when people began talking about Dr. Melissa Drake, who was reportedly connected to Lilibet's birth. Not long after the birth announcement, reports claimed that she quietly left her medical practice. Many people believed this happened for personal or professional reasons that had nothing to do with the royal family. Even so, conspiracy theories quickly spread online. In royal controversies, people often pay close attention to timing. For those who already believed there was too much secrecy, the doctor's departure became another unanswered question. Soon, social media users began creating detailed theories involving secret agreements, hidden information, and even possible involvement by the palace. At the same time, Meghan Markle's supporters argued that these claims were simply unfair harassment and harmful speculation about a private family trying to protect their children. The situation became even more interesting because Britain has experienced similar royal controversies before. In 1688, the monarchy faced what became known as the warming pan scandal. At the time, rumors claimed that a baby had secretly been brought into the Queen's room and presented as her own child. Public distrust became so serious that later, royal births were expected to have official witnesses to prevent similar doubts. That historical event helped shape many of the royal traditions that are still remembered today. Royal historians often explain that the monarchy's strong focus on proving the legitimacy of royal births developed because of scandals like this. Although modern medicine and technology make those old fears seem much less likely today, the memories of those events still influence how many people think. This is one reason why discussions about Archie and Lilibet continue to attract so much public interest. Another important part of the debate is the issue of privacy. Prince Harry has spoken many times about the emotional pain caused by constant media attention during his childhood, especially after the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. Many people understand why he wants to protect his children from the same level of public attention that followed his mother for so many years. From Harry's point of view, keeping Archie and Lilibet away from cameras may simply be his way of giving them a more normal childhood. Critics, however, argue that keeping so much private only encourages more rumors. Whenever the Sussex family shares a rare photo of their children, people online closely examine every detail, from possible editing to objects in the background. Some believe the pictures look heavily edited or carefully arranged, while supporters say those criticisms are unfair and invade the family's privacy. No matter which side people support, the public remains deeply interested in the story. Harry's memoir, Spare, also brought more attention to the discussion. In the book, he described Archie's birth in a personal and lighthearted way, sharing stories about laughing gas, leaving the hospital soon after the birth, and the relaxed atmosphere inside the delivery room. However, many people quickly questioned the timeline and the details of the story, wondering if everything really happened the way it was described. But why has this become a source of tension between Harry and Meghan? Have they struggled to agree on how to handle the controversy? Let's find out. Harry and Meghan's parenting disagreement. There are reports that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have different ideas about how public their children's lives should be in the future. According to some royal insiders and commentators, Harry wants Archie and Lilibet to grow up quietly, with their privacy and emotional well-being protected. Meghan, however, is often described by critics as being more comfortable with media attention and public appearances. Because of her podcasts, lifestyle brand, documentaries, and other public projects, some people believe these different views could lead to disagreements within the Sussex family. Whether these claims are true or simply rumors, they have become a major topic in royal news. Many people are now wondering if Archie and Lilibet will grow up as private children in America, or become more well-known public figures because of their royal titles. Within the royal family, this issue also appears to be very sensitive. King Charles III is often said to be focused on protecting the dignity and stability of the monarchy. A public disagreement with his son could hurt the royal family's image at a time when public trust already seems uncertain. At the same time, reports suggest that Prince William supports a stricter and clearer approach to matters involving the line of succession. He is believed to think that honesty and consistency are important for protecting the future roles of his children: Prince George of Wales, Princess Charlotte of Wales, and Prince Louis of Wales. If the questions and rumors continue to make headlines, some believe the pressure on the palace to give a direct response could grow. At the same time, the debate over royal titles in America has created another unusual situation. The United States was founded after rejecting monarchy and aristocratic privilege, yet Archie and Lilibet have British royal titles while growing up in California. Critics say that using royal titles in American media creates political and cultural contradictions. Others believe the titles are simply family names with no legal power in the United States. Even so, the debate has become more heated as the Sussexes continue to build media projects and increase their public presence in America. Despite all the headlines, one thing is clear: the relationship between the Sussexes and the royal palace still appears to be tense and cautious. Many royal experts believe both sides are staying mostly silent while trying to protect their own public image and tell their own side of the story. The palace rarely responds to rumors, while the Sussexes continue asking for privacy even as they share selected parts of their lives through interviews, documentaries, and memoirs. It has become a modern royal controversy shaped not only by facts, but also by public opinion, media disputes, and growing distrust. As the world moves further into 2026, the future of this royal drama remains more uncertain than ever. However, legal battles, media projects, debates over royal succession, and ongoing family conflicts continue to shape the Sussexes' story, making it one of the most closely followed royal controversies of modern times. But why do so many people criticize their private lives? Is there more to the story than the public knows? Let's find out. Secluded life of the Sussex. At first, many people believed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle simply wanted to leave the pressure of royal life behind so they could protect their mental health and raise their children in a quieter and more peaceful place. To many people, their decision to step away from royal duties seemed like a deeply personal and emotional choice, not an attempt to become more famous. Through TV interviews, documentaries, podcasts, and public speeches, they described life inside the royal family as emotionally draining. They spoke about constant media attention, problems within the palace, and feeling trapped by never-ending public criticism. Many people felt sorry for them, especially after Harry spoke openly about the pain of losing Diana, Princess of Wales, when he was very young. He said he feared the same thing could happen to his wife and children, and his words touched millions of people around the world. Supporters believed he wanted to protect his family from the same media pressure and suffering that his mother experienced before her death. For a while, many people saw Harry and Meghan as victims of an old-fashioned royal system and an aggressive press. However, as time went on, a different discussion began to grow. Some people noticed what they believed were mixed messages between the couple's requests for privacy and their continued involvement in major media projects. Critics asked why a couple wanting less public attention continued giving high-profile interviews, signing expensive streaming deals, releasing documentaries, starting podcasts, and attending public events where they were widely photographed. To these critics, the situation seemed confusing. They believed it was hard to avoid public attention while also building a powerful global media brand. Supporters of the Sussexes strongly disagreed with these claims. They said Harry and Meghan never wanted to disappear from public life completely. Instead, they believed the couple simply wanted to control how their story was told after years of negative headlines and harsh tabloid coverage. From this point of view, the documentaries, interviews, and media partnerships were not about seeking fame, but about defending themselves and telling their own story in their own way. Because of this, almost every news story about the Sussex family quickly turns into a heated debate between supporters and critics. Over time, public attention moved beyond Harry and Meghan and became more focused on their children, Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. Since the children are rarely seen in public, every new photo or short video quickly becomes major news online. Social media is filled with reactions, discussions, theories, and detailed analysis. Some people simply enjoy seeing these rare family moments and see them as harmless glimpses into the family's private life. Others study every detail of the pictures, looking for possible clues, mistakes, or hidden meanings. The attention has become so intense that even normal family photos can become the subject of online investigations within hours. Internet commentators closely examine facial expressions, clothing, backgrounds, shadows, camera angles, and body language. Soon after new pictures appear, people often begin debating whether they have been edited or carefully staged. Photos and videos are examined frame by frame across social media, podcasts, blogs, and online forums. In many ways, the children have become part of a much bigger discussion about celebrity culture, royal traditions, media influence, privacy, and the growing power of online speculation. Because the Sussex family shares very little about their private lives, every new public appearance or photograph creates even more curiosity. Instead of answering people's questions, these rare glimpses often lead to even more rumors and theories. The mystery surrounding the family has become one of the reasons public interest continues to grow. At the same time, another important issue has been developing quietly in the background: the future of the Sussex royal titles. Since stepping down as working royals, Harry and Meghan have found themselves in an unusual position, living between the world of the royal family and the world of celebrity. However, they no longer perform official royal duties, but their royal status is still one of the biggest reasons people around the world continue to follow their projects, interviews, and business activities. This has led to ongoing debate both in the United Kingdom and around the world. Could this create even more division within the royal family? Or is it simply another royal controversy? Let's take a closer look. Royal family at a crossroads. King Charles III appears to be caught between his personal feelings and his responsibilities as king. As a father and grandfather, many people believe he still hopes to rebuild his relationship with his younger son. However, as king, he also understands how important it is to keep the royal family stable. Reports often say that Charles prefers patience, private talks, and quiet diplomacy instead of public arguments. But this careful approach has also frustrated people who believe he should take stronger action. According to several royal commentators, Prince William is becoming more focused on protecting the future image of the monarchy. Reports suggest that William believes the ongoing controversies and unanswered questions could create serious challenges for the reign he may one day have. The difference between Charles's careful approach and William's more direct style could eventually become one of the biggest sources of tension within the royal family. There is also growing speculation that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could separate. However, there is no official evidence to support these rumors. Even so, many royal watchers believe the couple now seem to be following more independent careers. Harry's solo visits to the United Kingdom for charity work and court cases have attracted a lot of attention. Some commentators think these trips may be part of an effort to slowly reconnect with some parts of royal life without returning to full-time royal duties. At the same time, Meghan remains closely involved with her business and media projects in California. Because the couple seem to be focusing on different professional paths, many people are wondering what the future could be like for Archie and Lilibet if Harry and Meghan continue moving in different directions. Will the children continue living in the United States? Could they one day spend time in Britain and possibly receive some form of royal education? These questions have become a major part of the ongoing discussion about the future of the Sussex family. One of the most interesting parts of this story is how modern technology has completely changed the way royal scandals spread. In the past, palace controversies were mainly reported through newspapers and television controlled by large media companies. Today, millions of people online can examine documents, compare timelines, study photographs, and share theories on social media within seconds. Rumors now spread very quickly, and even staying silent can make people suspicious. The monarchy is now living in a digital age where the old ways of keeping secrets and carefully controlling public messages are no longer as effective as they once were. This may be one reason why the Sussex story feels so intense. It combines centuries-old royal traditions with the fast-moving and unpredictable world of the internet. The emotional impact on the royal family should also not be forgotten. Behind all the headlines, interviews, documentaries, and public statements are real family relationships that have been hurt by years of mistrust, resentment, and conflict with the media. Prince Harry and Prince William were once known for having one of the closest relationships in the royal family, especially after the death of their mother, Princess Diana. But where does the monarchy stand on this issue? Has it chosen one side over the other? Let's find out. The monarchy stance. Palace officials know that the monarchy has stayed strong for many years by being careful, staying calm, and choosing every word wisely. But in today's world of social media, staying silent is no longer seen as simply staying out of a situation. Some people think silence means the palace agrees with what is being said. Others see it as a sign of weakness, while some believe it is part of a carefully planned strategy. How people see that silence often depends on what they already believe. The next few years could decide how this period is remembered in the history of the royal family. If Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are able to build a stable and successful life in America while keeping a respectful relationship with the royal family, the tension may slowly fade. But if more interviews, books, or public accusations continue to appear, the gap between the palace and their home in Montecito could become permanent. The future of Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex is especially important because they are growing up between two very different worlds. One is the traditional British monarchy, and the other is modern American celebrity culture. The way they are raised, how often they appear in public, and how closely they stay connected to royal traditions could shape how people view the monarchy for many years to come. For now, the story continues to attract worldwide attention. The palace remains careful with its actions, while the Sussex family continues to be widely discussed and often sparks debate. People are still divided over what to believe. No one knows whether this story will end with reconciliation, a permanent separation, or even bigger disagreements. What is clear is that the story of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has become one of the most talked about chapters in modern royal history. As time goes on, public interest and pressure continue to grow. What makes this situation even more complicated is that it is no longer just about family disagreements within the royal family. Over the years, it has become a bigger battle over public image, influence, and trust in the modern monarchy. Every interview, documentary, and public appearance now seems carefully planned and closely watched by both the palace and the Sussexes. On one side is the British monarchy, which is built on long-standing traditions, privacy, and carefully managed public communication. On the other side are Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who stepped away from royal duties but still have worldwide fame and strong media influence. Many royal commentators believe the palace did not fully expect how much influence the Sussexes would have through the media after leaving the United Kingdom. For the monarchy, this became a difficult challenge because members of the royal family were now openly talking about their personal feelings and private experiences in a way that had rarely happened before. But how did Prince Harry and Meghan Markle respond? Did they speak to the media again as they had in the past? Let's find out. Meghan and Harry's silent reaction. As different claims, contradictions, and pieces of supposed evidence continued to spread online, Meghan and Harry reportedly did not respond publicly. They released no official statement, no spokesperson spoke for them, no close friends commented on their behalf. There was no response from the palace, and no legal action was announced. In short, they stayed completely silent. For many people, this was surprising. In the past, Meghan had often responded strongly to negative news reports, sometimes through legal action or public statements. This time, however, there was no response at all, which seemed very different from how similar situations had been handled before. Because of this, online discussions began to change. Some people who had strongly supported Meghan started asking new questions. Instead of saying the criticism was unfair, they wondered why there was no statement denying the claims if they were false. As time passed, these questions became more common and were repeated across social media and online discussions. At the same time, critics and commentators offered their own explanations. They looked back at old timelines, watched previous interviews again, and shared video clips, documents, and quotes. Since there was no official response to answer these claims, speculation grew even faster. Many people began forming opinions based not only on the allegations, but also on the lack of any public reply. Prince Harry's silence also became a major talking point. Many commentators noted that he had spoken out strongly in Meghan's defense in the past, but this time he did not publicly respond to the specific claims. This led to even more debate, with different people giving different reasons for why he remained silent. As the uncertainty continued, critics also took another look at earlier interviews, especially the well-known interview with Oprah. Some commentators said they noticed repeated patterns in the way emotions were shown, how events were described, and when certain statements were made. In their opinion, this suggested that some parts of the interviews may have been carefully planned rather than completely natural. Critics, including Lady C, also argued that Meghan's pregnancy and motherhood became an important part of her public image. They believed this criticized her more sensitively because many people naturally feel protective toward pregnant women and young families. So, what do you think about Lady C's claims regarding Archie and Lilibet? Do you believe what she said, or do you think the claims are untrue? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.